Well, hello everyone. Welcome aboard, folks. Flying with Mike. We changed it up a little as if you were in the Discord channel today, saw the slight change in the lineup today. We're not going to fly out of Cape Town. We're not even on X-Plane 12. We're on X-Plane 11 in the Flight Factor A320. I just updated it for X-Plane 11. I've been reading there seems to be a version out in X-Plane 12. Can't confirm it, can't deny it, but also some verbiage that went along. This is school level training, not the normal, heavy, intense like the MD-11 and Challenger out there. Study level, I think, is the words used. So I don't know. Would love to know, though, to be totally honest. So, but folks, we are sitting on the ground in Nairobi, Kenya, getting ready to head out of here. Call letters I've always loved, HKJK. And no, we're not joking, folks. We're hopping up in the cockpit, pre-flighting, and getting this firecracker rolling. So stand by as we move up. All right, just giving you a quick little tour of the aircraft, so to speak, so you can kind of see. Folks, it is the Flight Factor A320, just a new version of it. Hopefully this study level didn't extend down to X-Plane 11, or yours truly will be in for a ride himself. All right, so we're up in the cockpit. Let's pre-flight real quick, and then we're going to get these passengers on board and, like I said, light the fires and get our butts up to Djibouti. Djibouti. Love the name of that airport, too. You gotta love Africa. They got some great names to the airports. Boston, yeah, kind of an okay name, but Djibouti, come on. Can't make that, folks. That's perfect. That is a great name for a city, country. I think it's everything. Airport, city, country, county. That's awesome. So let's do a couple quick housekeeping items. There we go. And then, of course, we're going to bring some toolkit up here. And let's get into it. All right, folks, we're sitting here in Kenya, not too far from Kilimanjaro Mountain. Another fun, it's just some fun things about Africa. All right, let's get into the flight plan, though. So, again, HKJK to HDAM. We're going to be going from about a mile up down to the sea level almost. Loadout for today. Now, just loading this last night, usually I can update the EFB and boom, have 180 people. Every time I've done it, the EFB shuts down. Folks, if you have this new version of Flight Factor's A320 Ultimate, and you are running with it updated to 180 passengers, would you please share with me where I find that in our chat, in the Discord, wherever, folks? I'd love to know how to do it, because I can only put 136 people on this plane, and I hate to break it to them. You can haul a lot more than that in there. A really lot more. In a single cabin setup, you can get close to 188, I think it is. Maybe 180 is the max. So, but still, that's almost 50 more people than what we're able to. But barring that minor setback, we're going to have a payload of 12,700 kilos. Also, could not find how to switch this bird into pounds. Again, if you're very familiar, and this is, I understand, a new version of it. If you know where, how, what, again, Flying with Mike would love to hear from you. I know how to do it on the old one, but the old one's now updated. So, and we'll be putting 9,548 kilos in the tanks. Cost index 90, flight level 370. We will be on VATSIM today. We had too many problems on POSCON yesterday. I know I've been thinking about leaving POSCON and all, but, well, we gave it a try yesterday, and not only was I rusty in the 747-200, okay, rust doesn't even begin to state how bad I was with that plane. Oh, by the way, it's been about that long since I've flown this one since I got the tollless A319. So, we'll see if I'm rusty in this one too. It shouldn't be. Airbus is an Airbus. All right, and then our weather here. Slight change. It's 080 at 14. Broken at 2,800 feet. We'll see. With older versions of Microsoft, folks, it could say 800 feet. Or, no, 3,500 feet, we'll just say. Because that's VFR. And guess what? I would get, with one airline, I would get credited for a Category 3 approach. Because the clouds are below. For some reason, it was reading at MSL, not AGL. Kind of comical. It's AGL, folks. Believe me, it's not 2,800 feet. If so, the clouds are about 3,000 feet below us. And we're not flying yet. But anyway, there's the weather. We don't have an ATIS here. Down here's no ATIS or anything available for HDAM. We'll see how the flight progresses. All right, but over here we are in the default, so instead of like yesterday where we really can't read much on Sim Toolkit, we can here. Cost index of 90, 890 miles, winds. Folks, it's a puff up there. 282. Oh yeah, and it's out of the west. So a little bit of a push. And then here's our weights again. Fuel. And then for those interested, we'll be on the Nave 2D to November Victor, UP312 to Wave, UM997 to Astar, and the Astar 1R into HDAM or Djibouti. All right, so back to here. That way you can see the route one more time. I'm going to kind of zoom in a little. All right, so here's the initial part of our route. So you can see how the winds are interacting down here and away with Sim Toolkit. So there is the pre-flight brief, folks. Real quick, for those not familiar, thinking about the A320 and how do I get my grubby paws upon it, right there. Just go to that link. Should put you on it. If not, let me know. But again, it has updated. Uses the X updater, I think it's called. And so once you have the aircraft, once you have it on stand, come in here, go to Service, click Supply. Then you're going to want ground power on. It's going to show this, folks, when they're off. So we want it to say off, so we'll click it so it says, you get the jizz. It's a real secular, very working its whirlpool way down. And of course the chocks. Now, in order to fuel the plane, load the plane with people, load with cargo, you have to request. That's what you click here to get remove. Packs, you can set it up for gate or stairs. Just click on it. And then again, call it. Same thing here with the baggage loaders. Call them. That'll open the doors and put those neat little loaders out there. We'll look at them again. Give the rampies a little something to look. Give a shout out to the rampies. All right. All right, folks. So with all of that, we have the numbers to put in here real quick. All right, so baggage was 1,300 pounds. Passengers, 136. So you can either type it in here quick, because that's all you're going to put in until you get that modification. Or set it up to whatever number you're dispatched with. Once you click set, it then sets to your perf data. So you go to cargo, put that in, click set, fuel, put that number in, click set, brings you to where you're able to do this page. This page is your loadout. So your operating weight, for those of you who make up your own sim briefs, there you go. Work your way down. I believe 88 kilos is what they use. I think. I'd have to go back and revisit that, folks. Cargo is, again, all of this is kilos. Remember that, folks. Select that. Your zero fuel weight will be determined and so forth. Does not give you maximums here. That's the downside. But you did get the one that's always hard to figure out. Okay, now all those numbers you filled in get put in right here. Oh, hang on a second. There we go. Get put in through here. There's your cargo and which hold it's in. Your cabin sections. Here's your zero fuel weight CG. We'll need this in a few. CG, same thing. Your trim, up 0.3. Okay, so that's what we'll set our trim for when we click set. And we get to that initial B, we can pull this right into it. All right, so speaking of which, let's go back to here. And let's walk through and get this thing going. So ground power's on, thrust is idle, engine masters. Here, let's kind of show it off a little. All right, so parking brakes on. Just kind of working our way up here, folks. Spoilers down, flaps up. We'll go ahead and go on. Okay. Alright, I'm not sure why we're not getting into mode C over here. Got me a little concerned. Could have some troubles. Click that for now. Alright, make sure our throttles move. Okay, your engine mode switch is in normal, and your engine masters are off. In the middle, landing gear down, 3 green. Folks, we already have the battery on. We're already on external power. Just going through the motions. Wipers are off. External power's on. I've already got nav lights on too. And no smoking light lit. Alright, so we are set to check our overhead lights are all set. I've checked the panel lights, floodlights, fuel's loaded. Alright, so we'll do our first check. Okay, we're getting good lights, and it says APU fire. Oh boy. There we go. Alright. Now we'll go ahead and check the other two real quick. Okay. Well, that was dumb. Okay, got our fire warnings going off, engine fire showing, and there's one other place for the engines, and that is under the master. Okay, that was good. And engine 2, same thing. Fire showing on the ECAS and below there. So we got good tests all around. APU, we are not going to start at the moment. Mainly because we're going to get through getting our overhead done. Then we'll get the McDo loaded. Well, then we'll get it fired up and then do our McDo. All right, so let's do it. 8ers. Okay, so we'll go up this panel. Good test.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Captain. We are waiting for your instruction.
How can I help you?
What can I do for you?
Ground to flight deck. All holds and hatches are closed. Walk round complete.
I don't think that yet, but that's pretty cool. They got some... We'll get into some new things I found on it. Our areas as we're working up look good. Okay. Line. On bad is good. Alright, coming back down line 2. Strobes to auto. Seatbelt sign, we'll go ahead and get that to auto. No smoking's on, emergency lights armed. Remainder of the lights are set. A landing elevation auto. Packs are both showing fault, so they're good. And we'll leave them temperature wise as is. Fuel pumps coming on. We've done our engine fire. Coming up this side, let's turn those guys on and bring on some heat. Okay, I'm going to come back here, go back to the service page, and remove just about everything but the closing of the door. And I just like to always verify. Everything's away. Oh, and the chocks are still in. All right. So the McDo is doing its thing. We'll come down here and nose gears on, 3 green, brake fans off. The FMCs are on, radios are on, but not set yet. Again, we're on VATSIM. Okay. Alright, and then I'll just leave that as is. Alright, and we are good to go down here. Radios are set. TCAS. Oh, now we're mode C. Alright, I don't know what if that just took us getting aligned or what. Now, one thing if I remember right, if I go to auto here, folks, you notice, oh, you didn't see that. Mode C will go off on X Pilot. So always double check you're on mode C. Okay? Can't stress that enough, folks. And that switch works too. Good. Alright, so we have gotten the TCAS, the overhead, everything's set and ready. Let's go ahead, bring that APU alive. Waiting on door to open. It's also doing a couple of other checks, but mainly we're waiting for the air door to open up. Flaps open. And we'll start. Doesn't take long, folks. About a minute the most, and then we'll be ready to go. All we got to do is load up the McDo, and then go from there. Ooh, let me try something here. Oh, I can't. Can I? No, I can't. Ah, it's missing some things. Some additional switching up here. This could be an older version, that's why. Where you can monitor. It's not up there. Wow. So I don't know how long to alignment is. Uh-oh, I think our APU is already up and available. Okay, once it's available, let's check that APU page. APU. And we're looking good. All right, and the bleed is ready at 35 psi. Let's go ahead and bring the bleed on. Let's see now how that looks. Okay, everything looks good. Do a couple checks while we're here. Hydraulics. Okay. All right, let's get that McDo going, shall we? All right, now to get back to this page, folks, all you do is go to Data, AC Status, puts you right back there. Always like to see. All right. Let's see what new goodies, if any, are in here. All right, so we're here. We'll go to the init page after we make sure correct engines. I gotta run the update on this one. Doggone it. Okay, so we could run into some troubles. All right. Why I noticed that. Look at the active dates here. 2 Feb, 1 Mar. Little off. LS. Yeah, we're off on our dates. So, yeah, we could run into some problems here. So, let's try it. It doesn't look like it works like it does in the TOLUS. You know what? That was one other thing I wanted to look at. I'm not thinking, you know, folks, I know they're different aircraft, different companies, but you never know. Okay. Uncle. Alright, so we're gonna just HKJK. HDAM. Flight number QTR572. Cost index 90. I'll explain what I was trying to do here in a minute. Let me get one number though that I'm remiss on. Okay, 48, 48, 49. Okay, so we got our confirm, get our wins. Okay. All right, now, let me see how they want me to proceed here. Flag level. Okay, we're going to put our weights in now. Okay, remember how I said if I clicked, here, let's, instead of say it, let's show it. Okay, me see if I can do this safely without it. All right, let me, all right. Remember when I said if I click set, when I come in here, we can put this data up into the into the McDo FMC, depending how. Click right here, wait request. Okay, 54.0. Okay, we're 53.9. Let's call it 54.0. Yeah, and we're above 50 there. So all the rounding up does that. 27.80. Again, zero fuel weight CG. ZFWCG. Boom, boom, 9.5. All looks good. And the alignment has completed. All right, now they say to go to the perf page. I go to flight plan first. Just me. I know, I'm a rebel. All right, so first thing I'm going to put in is our departure, runway 6. And we got to go up. I got to go up in a V1D. It's very possible that is what it is. Again, remember what I said. We're not to the most up-to-date version, so guess what? We are running Nav 2D. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Let me just kind of get a feel for what we have out there. It's very hard when you don't have the right numbers. Okay, that works perfect. That's where we wanted it to go. All right, now from NV, we'll click the right side, folks, is where you do your airways stuff in the McDo. So the right side here takes, or left side, my bad, my left. Over here when you're on, hang on, let me go back. So if you click this line select key, this will put you on where you're doing routing information. I click over here, I'm working altitude, speeds, and so forth. So we're going to go on the left side. We're going to go to airways. We're going to see if we're going to be lucky to get UP. Let me see if we can brighten this up. That's about as bright as we're going to go. We'll check, because I think I can get this. Okay, UP 312. So far, so good. To wave. WAV. Okay, and then we can put the next one in. UM997. UM997. Now, I know some of you ultra sophisticated Airbus pilots know how to keep going like you do in Boeing. By just, well, no, you got to put 2 in here. You can't just put airway, airway, airway and expect it to line. Well, yeah, I guess you could. Good chance it won't line up right, though. I have had that many a times trying that. ASTAR. Boom. we will get this out here. I'm a little nervous. Okay, let's clear up this discontinuity. Okay. Insert. All right, now, HDAM. Okay, well, we're going to try our best here, folks. Now, the fun thing is with HDAM, there are no ILSs this way. What a way to start off back into plane, isn't it, folks? So we're going to do the RNAV. No, we're not. What did we end up on? Dadgummit, I'm looking. All right, this is just not going very well. Well, I'm looking at these and, well, we're having some troubles here. I think we're just going to do Zulu. We're going to do the Asta, I think is 2 Bravo. Turn. I'm going to just insert. All right, let me punch down here. $420. It's 406. $410. Where the heck is 410? Okay, we're really batting 100 here, folks. All right, I am thoroughly confused, so what we'll do, we'll go to plan and pull this up, and we're going to step through it, really, to make sure okay, so far here's where it's going to get tricky. Dial it down, see if any of these open up. So too bad. 410, unbad. Okay. So okay. Yeah. So 406 is now 400, it looks like. 416, potentially 410. This is why, folks, you update these things. Then from 420 in, wow. Actually, the ILS comes in runway 27. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to try to clear. Okay. Oh, I see what's happening here. I'm going to come back, loop back in, and that's why. So, there we go. All right, I think we've got the, wow. Sorry about that taking a little longer than I did ever thought. Well, that's because I'm not up to date. So, gotta shuck it off to that. All right. Oh, well. So we're set now, flight plan one more time. There we go. Okay, so that is exactly what it's supposed to do, except we loop this way. And then out. Okay, after the flight plan, RadNav. Okay, everything looks good. No courses, ILS good. Perf page. All right, finally got to something I've pre-planned, although a little bit of a change has occurred. Weather, maybe. 116, temperature 24. Okay. Okay, no change. All right, now if you go to this link, folks, I'm not going to bring it up because we want to get moving here. We're 45 minutes, running a little behind, more than I wanted to. A lot of problems, folks, a lot of problems. But that's both a lot of just different things. Not going to sit here and dwell on it. But if you go to that link, folks, it's going to bring you up to a great page. On that page, you may have to click the home page, but once you're there, put in your aircraft, A319, A320, 320-251. I even think it goes higher than that. But anyway, guy that goes by the handle Black Box 7-Eleven? 7-Eleven. Has a great site out there for you to get your thrust and acceleration reductions plus your engine out. He used to have access to this, but he dropped it. I don't know if it's because the site went down, which it did for a while, at least for me. You guys can say, it never went down. That's fine. Went down for me. But anyway, you just throw in your gross weight, kilograms or pounds, your CG, the flap configuration you're going to use. Are you going to run with anti-ice on or off? Air conditioning on or off? Put in the ICAO runway length, again, meters or feet. The heading on the runway, is it dry? Is it wet? Is it contaminated? Elevation, QNH can also be inches of mercury, and your temperature. That has to be Celsius, which is on your METAR anyway. And then the winds. Hit calculate, and you get the numbers you need here. And folks, the way I back this up, hang on a second. Let's pull that to there, that back. I'll come back over here and see what the trim is. If the trim matches what's here, it's pretty close. Let's see what happens. All right, so it's calling 139, 139. $141. Now, the one thing that's incorrect here, wait a minute, transition, I believe, is right there. $9,000. Is there another level? No. Let's go with 9,000 then. Again, not up to date. I'm going to go leave these as is down here and then begin filling this in. Flaps 1. We're going to be up 0.3. If follow the formatting as your fearless leader here did not. And we're flexing at 57 degrees. And I get in this again. Okay, that's fine. But we'll go with that, some good data. I'm not, it is what it is. So I wish we could get better, but we're, getting, it's pretty good. All right, so that, folks, wraps up the McDo. Last I checked, departure runway SID discontinuity check already done. Let's go, folks. Let's go fly with Mike. All right, last things before the doors close. Let's come in here and turn our flight directors on. Set our QNH again. We said was 1019. Actually, it's 1020. Now, there is a setting in there where these will work together. Nav selects are on ARC, VOR, 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 VOR. Ranges, they say 20. Auto throttle on. Heading, auto throttle, all we got to work on. Is there an initial? No initial. Okay. All right, we are ready to go. Now, if you're running, there is, and I'm not running with it, folks, for a reason. It is time consuming and cumbersome. So I choose not to use it. Check your date. No, it won't work. How about that? Okay, and then just gonna come over here real quick, click chrono, clear. Okay, we're ready to go, folks. Let me head over here. may have to do something. Let me see. Oh, I thought I started it. Silly me. This checklist that I use for the Flight Factor A320s comes with it in nice red letters. Start your ACRS program. And that's what we're doing right now. So, and I'm flying again for Mac Air. Exclamation mark the word Mac Air, or is it Mac? Mac Air. I think I did it wrong for the title. I sure did. So Mac Air. So M-A-C-A-I-R. Make sure to put that exclamation mark in the beginning. And that'll get you, it's great group floats, several different divisions. Every one is in the open, and then you can go from there. If you want to fly historic aircraft, you can. If you want to fly cargo, you can. There's a ProLine division where you can work through, you know, online certificating and all of that good stuff. So really a great airline. I've enjoyed my time here. I've got a lot of hours here, a lot of time. Just a great bunch of people, folks. So let me just see. I don't think I have this as a bid. No, I don't. All right, so stand by. We'll do, we can make that happen. Tours. Africa. And we'll add the bid. Actually, put them all in there so I don't ever forget. Bad thing is sometimes I click on the wrong. And like I said, this is a 20 flight tour, folks. So we've got a nice structure. Now, granted, if you look at it on SkyVector and you figure out a couple of these ICAOs changed, it's not really as pretty as Alaska was. But we're going to see in part one, there's two more coming. Some really good parts of Africa. All right, so let's refresh. Flat Uno. Gonna fly the bid. And let me find my A320 in the lineup here. Yeah, I know I could pick any one I want, but I try to get the one I'm flying. I know it's in here. Thought it was. And the thing is, they've got a lot of different airlines, folks, in here. That's why it sometimes seems like it takes forever to find it. Where is QTO? Bingo. What's his name? Load. 36. Okay, we're going to be at 37. Just going to throw my route on here real quick, folks. And that portion of the checklist is done. I just want to revisit a couple of other points. Departure, oh, they had scheduled departure time on it. I didn't see that. Okay. Well, we're not too far off. Start. Okay, it said main door closed. I know that didn't happen. Alright, so final preps here. Told you I was going to show a little bit more of this off. Something new. Maybe it was on the other one, didn't know it was there. And maybe it's not working. Okay, I don't think it works. Disregard. If it does, well, I'm just not patient enough. Alright, so final checks here. Doors closed. Okay, door is closing. Alright. Getting a little bit of cloudiness in here, folks. Look at that. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of Jetway. And we got to go back. I forgot to get rid of the chocks. But first, better push back.
Ground cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Okay, real quick check up here at the top. Available, that's good. Come off that, come off that. And get the beacons on. And we're ready for pushback.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Okay, so we'll be pushing here momentarily. While I'm doing that, okay, on the map, parked.
Tow connected and bypass been inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, make sure beacons are on. Okay, let's pull that parking brake.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Okay, let's get to start, shall we? Okay, engine 2 is available, so we could start up number 1. Okay, let's go ahead and start up number uno
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
after the break.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Alright, why are these valves not?
Hose disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Is that all because the APU was on? Interesting. Alright, so after takeoff, lights, brake fans on, check, takeoff set. Weather. Still don't have PWS active. Or nothing really active. Okay, so their weather radar is pretty well not working. Got it. Okay. Spoilers armed. Flaps 1. And parking brake off. Taxi to runway. We have
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I guess I could have came out down at the bottom there on kilo, but oh well. All right, well, I don't know how to get that one to clear. All right, we've spent an hour and 11 on the ground, so I'm going to kind of kick it up a little bit here. And figure it out here in a minute and see if I can't have a feeling it's right there.
Yes, sir.
All right, folks, we are going to just quit fiddling with it and get to flying. Oh, now it's gonna, uh-oh, I was locked up again. Okay. All right, here we go, folks, and I knew it would come on eventually. Nairobi traffic, Qatar 572 departing 6.
Approaching 06. On runway 06.
All right, we are lined up, raring and ready to go.
V1 rotate, V2.
Ten.
Gear up.
I just wanted to see if it was going to do it, folks. And into the clouds.
$10,000 feet.
Alright, folks, we're just coming around so we can... It's a weird departure, I gotta admit. Whether it works or not, I have no idea, folks. It just was gonna go in circles the whole time. All right, well, that gets us out of here, folks, and on course. Well, I hope you all are having a grand day, folks. We are on our way up. We're through 16 for 37,000. About 2 hours to go, and let's kind of throw some music in the background and go from there.
18,000.
I got one. And welcome in, Hawker. Hope you're having a good day. Hi, Hawker. And what did I get, by the way? I can't talk back. That is true. talking back to the host is a bad thing to do. Oh, yeah, I got the bus airborne. A couple of things I'm curious if there are bugs on, but it's X-Plane 11, not X-Plane 12. And just got the flight factor updated. On place, there we go. And I mean, I'll be honest, X-Plane 11, folks, is really not all that bad. Yeah, I mean, even cloud-wise, it's not bad. So, I don't know. Part of me just wants to stay with X-Plane 11 and not upgrades, or continue with the upgrades, so we'll kind of see how things go. It was mainly because, yeah, up until yesterday, I had no problems with OBS. And then we had problems with OBS yesterday, so that we now have isolated down to its OBS. So, yeah, I plan to. We'll still do some flights on 12. I mean, the A319 does a really good job over there. The 720 to a point, although the problems we ran into not streaming, I have no idea what to attribute that to, other than possibly the GPS 430. Not, did that just look like lightning, folks? Holy mackerel. Huh, that was really weird. Either the GPS 430 not capable of transatlantic, trans-Pacific, you know, it's possible. Doubtful, but possible. Or, oh, I just don't know what happened. It was a horrid flight, though. And it's, before people out there say it, it is updated for X-Plane 12. Now, if I hadn't done that, everything that happened to it I'd have expected. But this, I don't know whether to blame X-Plane 12, the GPS, the plane. Obviously, the operator in the captain's seat was doing his job grandly. So it's not him. Not that loose nut behind the wheel. So, maybe it was the first officer. Hawker, what did you touch? Maybe he touched one of those buttons. If y'all remember back as a kid, your mom said, don't touch it or you buy it. Well, maybe he did it. Now he's got to buy a 707-100. Oh, well. Anyway, folks, enough joking along. We're through. Oh, I can't read that. Stand by, folks. We'll get it up to old folks style. Hour and 40 minutes, and long way to go and a short time to get there. So we'll be there before you know it. Hopefully things will mesh a little better, especially once I get it on the ground. I'll get it updated FMC wise. And let's see, when is our next FMC update? Speak of the devil. Let's see, what's the easiest way to check? I think I can do it. I'm trying to think, can I do it on Sim Toolkit? No, I can't. I'll have to check, but if it's not like in the next day or two, I'll go ahead and update it anyway, because, you know, I may want to fly Leg 2 tomorrow. No, I can't. Can't do it till the earliest Saturday. So, but we're on our way again in Africa. We've jumped ahead. We've still got the 319 on the ground in Cape Town on the other end of the continent. And who knows when we'll get that flight flown. Because this tour in 20 flights, folks, ends up in Johannesburg. So, and then we'll see where from Johannesburg the individual behind this takes us. But cheer up, folks, we're over the hump and the weekend is ahead of us. For you all, for me, a 48-hour shift stares me down. But we'll get through it, get Saturday off, get through Sunday. Yeah, it's gonna get trying here for the next few days. So folks, like I've said in the Discord channel and everywhere else, we'll fly when we can on stream. We're trying for 2 flights a week. Today and tomorrow are those 2. If we fly Saturday, it'll be by chance on stream, but may not, because it's only a short break, so. But anyway, enjoy. Uh-oh, I've got another flight suggestion. Oh boy. Let me guess. Fly from the North Pole to the South Pole non-stop. Oh. But I'm close. Okay, I told you it was close. Let me head over here. A flight suggestion. Ooh, Miami to Anchorage. That is an interesting possibility. What I'm looking right now to do, folks, I'll probably keep it super short, the 747 for another 2 or 3 flights. That's a good one to start stepping it up. And then we'll start trying to tackle some center tank work and all of that with it. But yeah, that's a good one, Hawker. Outstanding. Oh, wait, I think I said it backwards. Hang on, let me get back there. Anchorage to Miami, or both ways works. That is a good route. Yeah, that's a long haul, all right. I'll have to dial it up and see what we got there. It's gonna come into me, in my mind. Right, I could actually turn on some center tanks, so that could be fun. Want to work through the basic, do some working with the fuel panel before we dare step up to a major undertaking like crossing the pond or the land that VATSIM does, or who knows, crossing the Pacific with it. Yes, it is possible in a 200, even though Boeing says no, it's not. If you know how to step climb it, yes, you can. I remember that argument a long time ago. And then I sure enough did it. You just got to step climb it right. And the problem is you can't, it's not like the 400 that tells you when to step climb. You got to kind of gauge it by weight. Or, in my case, I did it by time. So I know I'm not 100% right on when to go up. But, I got from LA to Tokyo. No stop in Anchorage. Now, had I not been able to step climb, we might have had to make a fuel stop. Who knows? Well, let's pop into cockpit here. See if we're not flying blindly off course. Nope. But we're going to go ahead and increase to 80. Now, to help people who may be like me and pretty dense sometimes, I was, for the longest time, trying to figure out how the heck do you turn the terrain radar on. And I probably bet that went every bit of, I don't know, 6 months. I don't know how long I've had this aircraft, to a year. And I saw people on Twitch, on YouTube, flying with the terrain radar on. Watched them fly into Denver. Watched them fly into all of these mountainous places with it. Why couldn't I see the mountains on here? Why couldn't I see the canyons to work through? So if you're like me and you have no idea, folks, just realize you're gonna beat yourself up pretty good, because the switch is right here. Right in front of your nose, just like it was for me for a year, year and a half, however long it's been since I got this aircraft. So, hope that helped. Yeah, for the longest time, I could not figure out why I could not see the terrain below me. Now, and then the weather radar, and that is still a problem with this plane, yes, because nothing works. These multi-scan GCS doesn't work, and PWS, most important, your potential wind shear, doesn't work. Now, if you get the TOLUS A319, the whole radar works. It's just, again, that density here does not know how to operate the radar. So I don't know how to make it do what it's supposed to do. So let's do a quick check here. We're going to have to balance some tanks while we're climbing. So what we'll do, just click all. There's our engine page. Everything looks good. Our way through the bleeds. Okay. Electrical, hydraulic, fuel. That's not as bad as I thought it would be. Let's go up here and fix it. Okay, cross feed on. Okay, so now right and left are feeding both engines. Normally we just fly with either right or left working their respective engine. Now we're going to turn the pumps off for the left side. And, well, there you go, the mascot getting his words in. And then just wait till they even out. It'll take a little bit. The neat thing about TOLUS, it goes quick. This one is taking a little bit of time. But now, basically, the left side or right side is feeding both engines. And then once we get down to 2960, we'll flip back into both engines and then turn off the transfer. While we're waiting, let's make sure no engine problems are occurring. We're still climbing out with 2,000 to go. Okay. All right, so we got another 1,000 kilos to go. Well, at least you called the aircraft by its correct name there, Hawker. Just kidding, folks. Just not one of my favorites. And I'll be totally honest, folks, before I bought the A320, which was the first one I bought, really wasn't a big fan of Airbus. But I watched them and I said, you know what, this is pretty fun to fly. Not hard. It's actually pretty simple. Almost too simple. That's the scary part to it. Lo and behold, I bought one and boy, I had fun. Then I got the A319 and it was even a little more complex, but still simple, folks. Simple, simple, simple. It's unbelievable. And then I got X-Plane 12 with TOLUS and made it even simpler. I'm like, wow. So I can't complain, folks. And obviously, if I did complain, nobody would listen. Now, I take that back. I think somebody did listen when I complained that they don't have any landmarks to fly at, I call them, in the cities and all, like the Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame, London Bridge and Tower in London, and if you're in the Midwest, the Gateway Arch, things like that. Obvious standout things. By no means was I looking for St. Louis to be modeled. Lo and behold, they modeled St. Louis. So, Austin, if you were listening, wow, thank you. I'm shocked. Thank you. But that is a really good feature. All right, we're almost there, folks. As you can tell, we're at 2990, need to get down to 60. So, a couple more to go. And like I said, the 319 would be done now. And there is a time limit this is supposed to be done in. I don't know it. I don't have the full flight manual for this. Otherwise, I'd be running failures on it and everything. All right, let's bring the pumps back on. Give me a second here to make sure we have no troubles with the engines. Everything seems to be copacetic. And so again, current status is both engines feeding both fuel tanks feeding both engines. So when we turn the cross feed off, you can see the diagram now. Now, just each side pushing fuel into that respective engine. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oh. Okay, the EPU's off. Okay, now this one is really your call, folks. It's in centigrade, unfortunately. Like I said, I don't know how to get it switched over. But what you can do is come back up here, and if I turn down the cockpit too, see the temperature coming down on the pack and the temperature inside, just so you have an idea where we're at. Especially for those of us here in the United States that have no clue what Celsius means. 20 degrees Celsius is 68, 25 is 77. So, wow, we're really pushing some heat. We're in the mid-70s. I'm going to leave that one. I'm going to leave it just like I have it. Wow, usually I kick it up a notch or two, but it's already running at it. All right, so moving on to the doors. Okay, now we see that the slides are armed. Okay, so that's a good thing. And really, the doors should be closed. I mean, we are in flight. But the big number you look for on here, folks, is right here. Now, this is not your PSI through the whole airplane. Just the cockpit. Just if you got to do the emergency descent, you put the mask on. There you go. That's it. Wheels, covers, right here, show closed. Brakes are good. Last in the list, this is your flight controls, which your captain forgot to check. Hopefully we don't have problems on approach. That's okay though. Emergency responders, if you did not know this, this page tells the pilot what hydraulic system runs what surface. Green, blue, yellow run the speed brakes. Okay, so all of them. So if I lose blue and yellow, the green will still kick them up. Whoopie-doo, it's speed brakes. However, ailerons turn the plane. Blue and green run this one. And this, so the blue and green take care of the ailerons. If I lose either one, the other one's still there. If I lose them both, I can't turn the plane. Oops. Now, the rudder, all three. That's good. That gives me a little way of turning it by using yaw. However, up and down, if I lose the green system, we're okay to a point. See the difference? Yeah. I'd really like to find out if that's true or not. That doesn't look right. So a lot of things can be learned here. Plus, of course, your landing gear works off a pair of these or all of them. Your nose wheel steering, your brakes. I mean, these are all the things, folks, you got to worry about when they say hydraulic failure. Now, am I going to, oh, the green and the blue is what's out. And I, in the truck, am going to go, oh, I have no idea what that guy just said. But it gives you an idea, folks. That's how they know in this plane. In Boeing, same thing works, but it's not as easy to yank out. The pilots know, but, you know, just because the left side hydraulics is out doesn't mean the left side of the plane is dead. Because they cross each other. That's how you don't lose the whole aircraft. But I don't know enough about the Boeings to know. Right, and then we're back to all. So now let's go to status. Normal. Let's do a recall. Good. Clear. Back. We're good. And you do those about every 30 minutes to an hour, folks, just to make sure everything's going good. You do them every 30 minutes and you find fuel problems, then you got a problem. So, but anyway, we're in cruise. I'm going to go ahead and kick off the seatbelt sign. There ain't much to look at in Africa, folks. A lot of desert. Not going to see the deer and the antelope running down there. If you do, they're going to probably want you in some pretty special places. Now, one thing, I know there is a mod out there. Now, I'd like to hear from you all out there. Does that Motivia, I think it's called, mod work with this new version or not? Because like I said, folks, matter of fact, I'm going to put that out in my Discord. I updated to the latest, greatest X-Plane 11 A320, and no longer able to have 180 seats. Or a couple of other things. Can't change to pounds and all of that. Oops. There we go. Alright, so yeah, if anyone knows how to update that, and I would even be open to putting the Motivia mod on here. Let me know via chat over in our Discord if you haven't seen that here in a while. Would love to learn. Also, let me know if indeed this aircraft is good to go for X-Plane 12. And then, please tell me how. Where do I find the links and all? And again, as I was stressing yesterday, the same with the 747. I've looked on the Discord channel, I've looked through the org store. Nothing is saying that plane is good for 12, yet people are telling me it is. I don't know. I would like to get it up and give it a try in 12. After last night's flight, I don't know if OBS is gonna like it. I can say to it, poo-poo, we won't use you. So, but anyway, there you go. I'd love to, and you know, it'd be neat because I know some of you like the Pratts instead of the GEs. I happen to like the GEs. I think, I don't know, they both sound the same to me, folks. So don't tell me when the sound that comes from the Pratt Whitneys is to die for. Well, it is Halloween, so I get the to die for thing. So I don't really hear a difference. I actually kind of like the way when you put it in reverse, and I know this is silly, the effects of that instead of just the whole engine sliding. The fans, the vents come up. So, but anyway, we're making a turn, so let's see what we're doing up here, folks. But yeah, if you would, I would love to hear from you folks and what I need to do to get this sucker up and going for X-Plane 12 if it's available, and where this updated mod is, because the one I had for updating the EFB flat out shuts it down. I mean, it's dead in the water when I try to use the EFB. So, alright, so we're rolling out. Headed to A-Star now. 1 hour, 10 minutes to go, it looks like. Okay, 1 hour, 18 minutes. What's 8 minutes among friends here, folks? But hope you all enjoy. Like I said, not a lot to see. That's why I'm like, X-Plane 12. To be fair, folks, I mean, X-Plane 12 is got some really good upgrades to X-Plane 11. Good scenery in some areas. Here, I don't know. I mean, there isn't much to update here. It's desert. But I'm sure don't worry, don't get me wrong, those of you that may live out here. I'm sure there's things that you can find. Can't even imagine Musfuss does much with this area. They might. The clouds, well, it's a desert, so there's a little I see passing off to the right there, but overall, there's not many clouds. So, yeah, X-Plane 12 here, to me, makes no sense. Now, Cape Town, Lagos, Hong Kong, and boy, have we had some folks. Go to my YouTube channel if you want to see Hong Kong in X-Plane 12. Oh my. That's all I can say, folks. Oh my. Stunning is one of the best adjectives I can come up with, folks. Just mind that. I mean, I didn't even want to take off. I just like looking at the scenery. My only complaint, and it's not X-Plane, it's the guy that I got the X-Plane scenery for, Kenyatta, who did not put a checkerboard in there. He put just a building where the checkerboard would be. And that could just be because there isn't one. But other than that, folks, wow, that Kenyatta approach alongside Hong Kong is, well, got to be careful not to stare at the scenery trying to fly the challenging approach. So, but yeah, we'll possibly revisit sometime later Kenyatta, but for now, and I saw some things while I was flying that caught me off guard about Hong Kong International, today's Hong Kong, and I gotta have to make a run in there here soon. So, be watching. For matter of fact, I think I know when I will do it. So, all right. But yeah, so flying in X-Plane 12, flying in X-Plane 11, flying in Musfuss here isn't going to do much. But again, you get out to the coasts. You get into possibly Nairobi, Kenya, places like that you might get some elevations there. We're getting some on the terrain, but not a lot. So it is what it is when you fly over a big expanse like the Sahara. Now, when we get up here to Djibouti, then we could get where we could start arguing sceneries. And you all will win with your 12 and your Musfuss while I fly my X-Plane 11. So, all right, let's get outside the plane here. Fly by. Well, maybe. Hang on. Got to be in the right spot. again flying for Qatar, Qatar, however you want to say it, folks. I don't think there is a wrong way to say it. I can already hear, there is, man. Get in the military. Did my time, guys. Yeah, that's the tail number, folks. Alpha 7, Ash. Alpha Sierra Hotel. Curious here, folks. I'd love for someone to help me out here. I'm watching my drop frames just going up. It's holding right now 2662. So I really don't know what's going on. Not sure if we're gonna see it disconnect again or not, so. Well, most of the time I'm not looking at that, so it's just weird how that, I mean, I don't ever remember having drop frame problems. Just weird. Alright, so we're starting to see on the terrain radar some raising of the ground ahead of us. We'll find out. Alright folks, and I will be right back. Gotta use the lav. Alright folks, we're back with you. Sorry for the lengthy delay. Hope y'all are enjoying hump day and looking forward to the weekend. So, anyone got any big plans for the All Hallows weekend? Except for those of you in Detroit that I know that like to burn the city down. But other than that, anyone else have other plans? About an hour out. All right, so looking about halfway there. Yeah, that's what the map shows on top there. So yeah, we're working our way there. Looks like I can see where we don't match up. Wow, that was cool. Fighter just came overhead into Scott. Training these pilots, you know, it's a tough job. Someone has to do it. But I'm glad to hear they fly over my house now. Now, if I could just get a Legion to fly over the house, and then they could do the side step over to the runway they normally land on, that would be awesome. Somehow I don't think they're going to do that. Alright, let's make sure no major weather change. $107 as of 1700. So that's due to update here soon. Okay, folks, so we'll just kind of ease along, let everyone just kind of chill and enjoy the hump day as we roll into towards the weekend a couple days closer.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a few moments, the flight attendants will be passing cold drinks and a light meal. Please prepare your folding tables. Make sure your seats are in an upright position.
Just having a little fun here, folks, trying to figure some things out on the plane. Alright, so we're 236 miles out now, folks, so let's start talking. Well, let's first do a system check. Should show a general condition of the plane here, I thought. What changed? Okay. Well, let's check our fuel real quick. Not bad. Okay. Alrighty, so what we need to do here, folks, is let's do a quick arrival brief so y'all get an idea of what we're doing in here. To do that, I'm going to go ahead first, bring up charts. There it shows you where we are. Then we're going to look at the arrival I'm planning. Let's see how well it matches. Shall we? Okay, there's Astar. R210. I hope those are right. Well, they're gonna be. And if you're in doubt, folks, all you gotta do, put this one over there, bring this up, stand by, we'll move charts over a little. Perfect. Okay, so you've got right here your flight planned. A-star. Let's go to plan. Okay, they are definitely not in sync with our chart. That's what we kind of thought would happen here, folks. That is not, well, yeah, I guess it could be 20 miles, 8 miles, and then 12 is the intercept. SW is our initial fix. Okay, so all we do is click up to move up, and it's going to center on 211, on 210, sorry. Then the intercept, then SW, okay, and then our decel point is right at the same point. Now we're going to be decelerating. We're going to actually fly this. To unbad and then unbad straight in. Now the bad thing is when I switch over here, we don't see unbad. And I don't get it. Nor, well, again, I understand here why we don't on the charts though. See, unbad shows 5 miles to the VOR plus. No mention of the VOR here. So, we'll just, hopefully we should be visual, folks. We should be able to come in. May not be. I mean, we're right along the Persian, well, it's not the Persian Gulf, but right there along the Red Sea and all, so you never know. But I think we're going to be fine here, folks. Straight into HDAM. Okay. Put it back on arc. Okay. Now let's talk. Perf page 178. Okay. So if we were up to date, distance 17 from DTI, Djibouti, we would be at a maximum speed of 250. Maximum. We are not. We're pretty close, though, I'll give you that. Okay, so then we'll turn on to our radial, flying a DME arc, 10-mile arc. We'll turn in. Unbad is the initial for 9. No, it's not. Hang on a second. Sorry about that, folks. Okay. So like I said, we're going to come in from A-Star on the 210 radial to Djibouti, 25 miles out. And then a 17-mile out fix. And a 12-mile fix, we turn onto the 10-mile arc. Fly that around, past SW, and then over to the 89 radial inbound. Alright folks, there. Now this part of the trip could be interesting in X-Plane 12 and or Bus. May not be anything to it. But we're starting to get some features to the land as we're flying through. I think it's Ethiopia at this point. Don't hold me to it. But yeah, we got some pretty high terrain down there, folks. 12,000 foot. So, like I said, we're beginning to head for the coast. As soon as we come up to DWA, Dire Dawa, we'll be turning for the coast. Alright, and then speeds. Be plugging those in here at about 60-ish miles per my checklist. Actually, they're 20 miles. It'll tell us around 60-ish out. Put in your speeds. Like I said, folks, Airbus pretty much tells you what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and then if you do it wrong, it won't let you crash the plane. You've got to seriously override it to crash it. So, let's just kind of ease on in for another 10, 15 minutes and then get into top of descent. Alright, taking a couple of things here. Love for someone. You know, I know I'm real needy on this flight. Alright, the big thing is, I have a mod that I've used always on the Flight Factory A320 that allows me to go to 120 or 180 seats, allows me to I think switch from pounds to kilos. It's been a long time since the Tolas A319 came out, folks, and this ease of which to fly it got even easier. I kind of grounded this plane, and I would have swore I could switch it to pounds, and people told me not to because the conversion may not be dead on. And now I put that mod in here, and it just doesn't work, the EFB. So, any assistance on our Discord channel, would love to hear it. Here in for everyone would be great. But yeah, I would love to know how to get that ability to go back to 180 seats. The other one is a problem that's been plaguing me now, I bet every bit better part of a month. These drop frames and disconnects of my OBS from the stream, and I don't know what causes that. Now today, knock on wood, and yes, I am knocking on the noggin, I haven't had a disconnect. Boy, I've also never seen drop frames this high, but everything shows green, so go with that. Wondering if I need to bring performance levels down to performance instead of quality, but I really am at a loss what to do. So, love to hear from you folks. Reach out to me in Discord, reach out to me in a whisper here on Twitch. Love to hear from you folks. But yeah, we're just it's just always been problematic here. So, all right, well, we are now 100 miles out, so I'll stay a little quiet. I know I've been pretty quiet or pretty preoccupied this flight, like yesterday's, with things going on. It's still, you know, the major trenching and all that happened in our basement is over. The contractor finished the basement, so it's all finished up. Floors down. Thank you to everyone involved in that. It was spectacular down there. We just had a dartboard put up here the last couple of days. Great job. Looks great. Everything's just, my wife's real good at decorating. So she's got that going. I can see where my daughter gets it from, or vice versa. You know, it could always reverse sometimes. The youngins teaching the old ones. So, but anyway, folks, we are currently looking at about 26 minutes. We're very close to starting to input the final data for our landing, and unfortunately I don't have a neat site to go to for that. I mean, I could use TopCat to give me the basics, but not worth it. We'll get it all when we put the information in. So, yeah, we're at 80, so let's go ahead. I don't have a VTAR. Let me see if I can grab a VTAR this way. Oh, right, I didn't put it in. Okay, so that's 1700Z. Wow, we are now currently 1900, so this is about 2 hours old. Okay, well, we'll have to go with it. Right, my Q and H. 1014. Temperature 29. 107. Alright, from this approach, 3200. Okay. So we're looking at a landing speed of 29 and our approach at 134. Okay, and we're now 72 miles out. Let's start getting into it, shall we? Okay, again, we didn't go over this part too much. Let's get into it while we got a few minutes. Alright, so the RNAV approach we're about to do. Alright, I'm going to kind of do this in 3 sections, folks. We'll talk about up here first, then we'll move down here, and then work on the bottom. Alright, so the ATIS is 126.4. I'm going to say it like I do always. Good luck. I know there's something in XPilot or the sim. I've got to check for that to work when I'm online. I have no idea. So the frequencies are across the top. There is no ETC right now. It's an RNAV approach. So final approach course is 089. Our mandatory altitude is 3200 at AM 420. That is quite a ways off. But that's, well, we may be updating that. I thought so. We are Class B, so we can come down to 319. There we go. And we can take an RVR of 1,300 meters. So looks good. Alright, I thought something didn't look right. I read the wrong numbers. It's LNAV, VNAV. Our case, we're in. LNAV is right here. VNAV is right here. There's our altitudes, and everything's at 49 feet. Missed approach. Now, there is an airfield off here, Shalabelly North. We're not, you know, we could line up for folks, so we have to be careful of that. There's a note here. Alright, moving on to the middle section. Okay, so we're going to come in. Well, I guess we could have just shot this and not worried about it. But anyway, 416. I'm sorry, 804. We're not shooting any of this except for this part right here, folks. And even that's tough to believe. Because I think is almost 10 miles. So this is almost unbad. Alright. So we just come straight in. You can see we're coming off higher terrain as we're coming in. Typical. So we'll be watching. 416 is way right here. 3,900 feet. We're going to come in at it at 3,200 feet. Work our way down per the star. And then into the approach. Expecting Pappies on the left. And again, we're per B, performance B, so 319 and 270. Coming up to DWA. And soon we'll be making our approach. Supposed to shoot the localizer. Think about that. Let me see. Does it say something? Sometimes it'll tell us. That's why I thought, did I miss that? Nothing about shooting the localizer. Alright, well, let's see here. 30 miles out, so let's get ready, folks. Alright, so we've got our QNH all updated. Just want to check. Still the same. Okay. And we're about to start coming down. There's our hockey stick letting us know where the descent point is. Oops, get ready for the descent. Okay, seatbelt signs on. Altitude set for star descent. From the knob, clicking it. Okay. Sure I am. Altitudes. 700 down to 32. Okay. Set 30. 20 miles. Alright folks, we are about to begin heading into Djibouti, Africa.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a few moments, the flight attendants will be passing cold drinks and a light meal. Please prepare your folding tables. Make sure your seats are in an upright position. Ladies and gentlemen, in a few moments, the flight attendants will be passing cold drinks and a light meal. Ladies and Ladies and gentlemen, in a few moments, the flight attendants will be passing cold drinks and a light meal. Please prepare your folding tables. Make sure your seats are in an upright position.
Alright, let's come down. Alright. Good on all descent checks. Oh, we lost part of Africa, folks. There it is. Oh my. Alright, so we are inbound. Let's check our descent rate. Okay, we're on track. Speed looks good. We are coming down, folks. So, again, anyone out there that can help me out, first off is the Flight Factor A320 now available for us in X-Plane 12, or is it, as I've read, only of a study level for schools, and which could be fun, don't get me wrong, going through the emergency procedures and all of that. And if so, where do we get our hands on it? Now, I've updated the Flight Factor A320 here in X-Plane 11 to the latest version with the X updater. But I have not taken it over to X-Plane 12 to test it out on my own to see if it works. I've got too many problems going on right now, folks, to do that. Mainly between streaming with OBS and other things going on. So Yeah, we're coming down. We're at 29,000, and sorry, transition. I guess it's going to say per ATC. How did I know that? $5,000. Okay. Let me get down here. See what we're set for. Now, looks like we're aiming straight for the ground. Oh my, oh my, oh my. There we go. Oh, folks. Yes, we are slowly reaching Djibouti, and if y'all have enjoyed the stream. It's been it's like yesterday's. It's been a struggle, but hopefully as we get back into these birds, the 747, 200, the A320, it all starts coming back to me and we start doing better. Yesterday's flight with the 74, yes, some problems, but actually ended up in a really good landing. So I tell you again, head over to our YouTube channel, folks, and check it out, and all the other flights we've done. If you missed it because of a disconnect here on stream, head on over there, because guess what, the video keeps running. Ain't that crazy? It's like we're through 23,000 now. Let's see if she changes her tune.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seats are in an upright position, tray tables are folded, and seat belts are securely fastened. Also, make sure all carry-on items are stowed under the seat in front of you, or in the overhead bins. Please turn off all your electronic devices until we are parked at the gate. We hope you have enjoyed the flight with us, and would like to remind you that cushions and blankets as well as parts of the aircraft are to be left in the plane. Thank you.
Okay. Did you get that part, folks? Let's see what the checklist looks like. Okay, we have accuracy brakes. Oh yeah, let's get some auto brake signs, anti-ice. Approach. All right. We're gonna be landing on a 10,000-foot runway, so medium at. You know what? Let's go. Why we're too low. Right, folks, so we are, I think, beginning to see signs of the Red Sea. I say that because, yeah, we are seeing it. Yep. All right, so here we come. Okay, so I think we will try our best to
18,000 feet.
okay, we're set to 7. Okay. Oh. Forgot about that with Mac Air. Always do. Alright, so here we go, folks. 16,000. Heading down to 3,700 by 12 direction. 10 miles off the 255 radial Djibouti. Okay, 44 miles from said VOR. Okay, finally lights at 10,000, almost there. You can see how this arc is starting to. And at 255, we can then begin our descent to 3,200, and we'll hold there until either we're able to start our descent, or we'll do it, and we'll do it at a rate of about 700 feet a minute. So, okay, slowing. left and right landing lights. Arm. And on. Strengths on.
10,000 feet.
Tilt 5 units up. Okay, let's set. All right. Might go into approach phase now. Since we get under and can stay under. Okay. Okay, coming up on SW. I was gonna try and throw effects out there, but I didn't. That's okay.
$2,500.
2,500. 2,500.
Tomcat, Africa, yes sir. Right, need to get speed brakes in. Set. Down to 32.
2,500.
Yes, sir. We are in Africa
2,500.
and coming into Djibouti. All right, so this is X-Plane 11. I think I got it right there on the screen. Sorry.
2,500.
I think it's out here, but yep, that would be about where it should be. All right, we got to be careful not to go into shallow belly.
2,500.
All right, folks, so we are preparing for our arrival. Does not look like we're going to have any LNAV on this. Wait till UBAD, and then we're going to slow descend 200 well. We'll take it.
Gear down.
You know what? I think we're just way too high.
Gear up. All right, let's go back out, rethink this, try it again.
Alright, so we're gonna go back out, try this again. Let's see what happens. I just knew, just by the look of it, folks, we were too fat, too high, too fast, too everything wrong to even try.
$2,500.
2,500.
Alright, we're looking at that road. Got it. Alright, I'm going to tell you right now, I look a heck of a lot better. Let's get in a little closer. Gear down.
Gear down.
Alright folks, we are attempting the Djibouti traffic, Qatar 572. We're about a 3-mile final. Runway 9 gear down.
1,000.
1,000.
Funny, the pilot's already off. Oh yeah, that is a much better profile, folks, than looking at it almost straight down.
0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0, 9. 0,
500.
500. 400.
300. 100 above.
300.
200.
200.
100.
100.
50.
50.
40.
40.
30.
30.
Retard.
20.
5.
10.
Trying to figure out where we're going here, folks. My TML is to the left of the tower. So I turn. By the way, welcome to Djibouti. Taxi in, both packs running. Actually, I'm gonna put this on high flow. Brake fans look good. Right, folks, we're going. We need to get that AP cranking though. Flaps open. Alright, so LSFN. It's available. To head to that gate. Set. Alright, and we'll get Engine Master 2. Right, and Engine 1's open. Set. There you go, folks. Welcome in. Let's start doing some paperwork here real quick. Alright, I didn't look to see what Mac Air recorded us at. What I can do is look at Sim Toolkit 357. It'll go around. Let's pull that up. Finish up the flight. Alright, so good, huh? A little slow, but not much. I did it again, dang it. I had a feeling, yeah, we were right over where we were supposed to. Alright, so looks good, folks, overall. Landing points here to here is your landing zone. This is what we aim for. It's showing me here, which tells me there's probably a little scenery discontinuity. We'll see if I'm right or wrong here momentarily. But folks, that looks overall a good landing. Ideal 88, landed 89. Pitch pretty good, 120, and yeah, good landing paperwork-wise. All right, so let's come off VATSIM. All right, folks, let's step outside. Get ready to rewind the tape, which you can't easily do in MustFuss. Got to start a program, set it up prior, and then you can then rewind. By the way, folks, we're hand flying this whole go around. It's funny, every time I kick the notch flaps in, the nose dropped. Instead of usually pitching up. Say I'm very happy with the landing. Set it much cool. Missed to go around there, Parker, and then this landing. Actually, you are incorrect, sir. From the point of go around, I flew the whole time. Yeah, we went around, reset up, came back, and that was all on the stick. I was completely off auto throttle, autopilot, and strictly by vision. Nailed the aiming point. Like I said, here's what I like. As requested by the Hawk. Let's look at the other side, why don't we? showing it from the engine side. Let's wake up Hawker this way. Nice. Look at that wing flex. Of course, this is 11, so it's not the over-exaggerated one last time from the tower. Can't see it. Alright, folks, well, we're on the ground. And we're going to wrap things up here, folks. We've had a blast. Hope you all enjoyed the flight from Kenya to Djibouti. It's been a blast. No major issues with OBS, which is always a good thing. And, well, we're in the fleet and shut down. So I hope you all had a great time. We will see you again. Not sure the next fly date right now. Maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. We'll see. Maybe both. But a lot of 48-hour shifts in the next few days, so we'll take it from there. Y'all be good. Be careful. Enjoy the weekend. God bless you all. See you again next week.